Listen, I ain't here to waste your time, so let's get straight to it. You want to change your life? You want to go from where you are to where you're supposed to be? Let me tell you how to manifest anything in just 1 year. See, most people think manifesting means you just sit around, close your eyes, and wait for something magical to happen. No, no, no. That ain't how this works. You've got to put in the work. Faith without works is dead. Here's step 1. Write it down. Don't just think about what you want. Put it on paper. I mean, real goals, real vision. Get specific. You want to make 6 figures? Write the exact number. You want to lose weight? Write how many pounds. You want to start a business? Write what kind. If you don't write it down, it's just a wish. Step 2, speak it every day. You ever notice how broke people always talk about how broke they are? Man, I'm always struggling. I can't ever catch a break. That's why they stay broke. Stop speaking against yourself. Every morning, wake up and say, I am successful. I am healthy. I am wealthy. Speak it until you believe it. Step 3, act like it's already yours. See, most people wait until they arrive before they act successful. No, walk like you already got the job. Dress like you already running the company. Treat people with the respect and confidence of the person you want to become. God don't bless no mess. You got to prepare for the blessing before it even comes. Step 4, move in faith. This one is big. You can't just pray for an opportunity and then sit around waiting for it to knock on your door. You got to go knock on some doors yourself. You want to be a writer? Start writing. You want to be an entrepreneur? Start that business with whatever you got. You got to take the first step, then God will provide the next. Step 5, stay consistent. Look, success ain't coming overnight. You got to show up every day. There will be days you don't feel like it. There will be days you want to quit. But hear me, consistency beats talent every time. Keep showing up, keep grinding, and watch what happens in a year. See, you don't need 5 years to change your life. You don't even need to. 1 year of focus, discipline, and faith can take you from where you are to where you want to be. But you got to believe it. You gotta work for it. And you gotta keep pushing even when it gets hard. So let me ask you, what's stopping you? What's holding you back? Because I promise you this, if you commit, if you really give it your all for 1 year, your life will look completely different. Now, go make it happen. Writing things down is one of the most powerful actions a person can take when it comes to manifesting success. It is a simple act, but it carries immense weight. When you take a thought from your mind and put it on paper, you make it real. A thought is just an idea floating around in your head, but once it's written down, it becomes tangible. It moves from something abstract to something concrete. This is why successful people swear by writing down their goals, dreams, and visions. It forces clarity. You can't just vaguely say, I want to be successful. You have to define what success looks like for you. Do you want financial freedom? Do you want to start a business? Do you want to improve your health? Writing things down demands specificity, and specificity gives you direction. Think about how a GPS works. If you just tell it you want to go somewhere, it doesn't know where to take you. But when you type in an exact address, the GPS calculates the best route. Writing down your goals is like setting your destination in a GPS. Your mind starts working in the background to figure out how to get you there. You start noticing opportunities that align with your goal. You start making decisions that support what you've written. It's not magic, it's focus. What you write down stays in your subconscious. Every time you see it, you reinforce that intention. This is why vision boards work. When you repeatedly expose yourself to your written goals, they become part of your daily thought process, and when something stays on your mind, you naturally move toward it. People who don't write down their goals tend to drift. They might have great ideas and big dreams, but without writing them down, they lack direction. It's like trying to build a house without a blueprint. You might have all the materials, but if you don't have a plan, you'll never put them together the right way. Writing down your goals is the first step in designing the life you want. It is the beginning of turning something invisible into something real. Every great invention, every successful business, every major achievement started as an idea that someone wrote down. The act of writing forces you to get clear. It makes you think deeper. You start asking yourself, what do I really want? And how will I get there? Clarity is power. When you write your goals, don't be vague. Saying, I want to make more money is not a goal, it's a wish. Be specific. How much money do you want to make? What will you do to earn it? What deadline will you set for yourself? The more precise you are, the better. Instead of saying, I want to be healthier, say, I will lose 20 pounds by December 31st by exercising 4 times a week and eating clean. That level of specificity gives your mind something to work with. It creates a plan. Your brain starts looking for ways to make it happen. You start making choices that align with that written goal. The more detailed your goal, the more real it becomes. Writing down your goals also makes you accountable. When something is just in your head, it's easy to forget or push aside, but when you put it on paper, it stares back at you. It reminds you of the promise you made to yourself. It becomes a commitment. This is why journals, planners, and goal-setting notebooks are so effective. They keep you on track. Every time you write down your goal, you reinforce it. Every time you read it, you strengthen your belief in it. This is why some of the most successful people carry notebooks. They write down their thoughts, their ideas, and their plans. They understand that writing is a form of commitment. Another powerful aspect of writing down your goals is that it helps you measure progress. When you write something down, you create a starting point. Over time, you can look back and see how far you've come. This keeps you motivated. Progress fuels momentum. Sometimes when you're in the middle of working toward a goal, it feels like you're not making progress. But when you can look back at your written goals and see how much you've already accomplished, it reminds you that you're moving forward. It keeps you from getting discouraged. Success is a journey, and tracking it through writing helps you stay on the path. There's also something about physically writing something down that makes it more powerful than just typing it on a phone or computer. When you write with a pen and paper, you engage your brain in a different way. Studies have shown that handwriting activates more areas of the brain related to memory and understanding. It makes the information stick better. This is why students who take handwritten notes retain information better than those who type on a lap. The same principle applies to goal setting. When you write it by hand, your brain absorbs it more deeply. It creates a stronger connection. It's not just an idea anymore. It's something you have physically put into the world. Writing things down also allows you to refine your vision over time. When you revisit your goals regularly, you can adjust them based on new insights and experiences. Maybe your original goal shifts slightly. Maybe you realize there's a better way to achieve what you want. That's okay. The key is to stay engaged with your written goals. Don't just write them once and forget about them. Review them daily. Rewrite them if necessary. Keep them at the front of your mind. The more you interact with your written goals, the more they shape your thoughts and actions. Many successful people have shared stories of how writing down their goals changed their lives. There have been studies showing that people who write down their goals are significantly more likely to achieve them compared to those who just think about them. This isn't just motivational talk. It's backed by research. The act of writing activates multiple areas of the brain involved in decision-making, problem-solving, and planning. When you write something down, it engages your mind in a way that thinking alone does not. It creates a psychological contract with yourself. Some people hesitate to write down their goals because they're afraid of failing. They think, what if I don't reach it? But not writing it down doesn't protect you from failure. It just guarantees that you'll stay stuck. Fear of failure keeps more people from success than actual failure ever could. Writing down your goals isn't about perfection, it's about commitment. Even if you don't hit every goal exactly as you planned, you'll still be further along than if you had never written anything at all. The process of writing, visualizing, and working toward your goals changes you. It turns you into a person who takes action. It shifts your mindset from passive to proactive. Another mistake people make is writing their goals once and never looking at them again. Writing it down is the first step, but reviewing it regularly is just as important. Keep your goals somewhere you can see them. Post them on your wall. Put them in your planner. Read them every morning. The more you expose yourself to them, the more they become ingrained in your daily mindset. Your goals should be part of your daily thought process, not something you remember once a year. The more you interact with your goals, the more naturally you move toward them. Writing things down is about creating a roadmap for your future. It turns dreams into plans. It transforms hopes into strategies. When you write your goals with clarity and intention, you give yourself a guide to follow. You set a standard for yourself. You commit to something bigger than just wishful thinking. Every time you write it, read it, and act on it, you bring it closer to reality. This is why writing down your goals isn't just a habit, it's a necessity for success. The words you speak have power. Every time you open your mouth, you are shaping your reality, whether you realize it or not. Most people don't understand how much their words influence their lives. They go around saying things without thinking, and then they wonder why their situation never changes. If you keep speaking negativity, don't be surprised when your life is filled with it. If you constantly say, "I'm broke," "I'm tired," "I can't catch a break," you are reinforcing those things in your life. Your mind hears everything you say, and it starts to believe it. It starts to look for evidence to confirm what you're saying. This is why you have to be intentional about the words you speak every single day. When you start speaking life into yourself, things begin to change. Instead of saying, "I'll never be successful," you start saying, "Success is coming my way." Instead of saying, "I'm always struggling," you say, "I'm figuring things out and opportunities are opening for me." This isn't about ignoring reality. It's about shifting your mindset so that you attract what you want instead of what you don't want. Your words create energy, and energy attracts more of the same. When you start speaking positively, you'll notice that you begin to feel different. You carry yourself differently. You make decisions differently. You start taking action in ways that align with the words you're saying. It's not just about repeating random affirmations. It's about training your mind to believe in possibilities instead of limitations. Most people have spent years speaking against themselves. They've developed a habit of saying things like, "I'm not good enough," "I always mess up," "Things never work out for me." They've said these things so many times that they've become part of their identity. When something becomes part of your identity, it controls your actions. If you believe you're unlucky, you won't even try to seize opportunities because you've already told yourself they won't work out. If you believe you're bad with money, you won't make an effort to manage it better. If you believe you're not smart enough, you won't take the time to learn and grow. Your words don't just describe your life, they direct it. This is why it's so important to become aware of what you're saying. Start paying attention to the words that come out of your mouth. Are you constantly complaining? Are you always talking about what you don't have instead of what you do have? Are you speaking more about your problems than your solutions? You can't manifest a better life if your words are focused on everything going wrong. Your words should align with the life you want, not the life you're trying to escape. If you want financial success, start saying, "Money flows to me in expected and unexpected ways." If you want better health, start saying, "My body is strong, healthy, and getting better every day." If you want love, start saying, "I am worthy of love and I attract positive relationships." This isn't just about being positive for the sake of being positive. There is real science behind the power of words. The brain is constantly forming neural pathways based on repetition. The more you say something, the stronger that belief becomes in your subconscious mind. This is why athletes and high achievers use affirmations. They understand that what they say to themselves matters. They don't wait until they feel confident. They speak confidence into existence. They don't wait until they feel successful. They tell themselves they are successful until their actions match their words. This is how you reprogram your mind. Your subconscious doesn't know the difference between reality and repetition. It believes what you tell it over and over again. Some people think this is just wishful thinking, but it's not. It's about shifting your internal dialogue so that you become the person who takes the actions necessary to achieve your goals. If you constantly tell yourself, I'm just not disciplined, then you won't act disciplined. But if you start saying, I am consistent and dedicated, you'll start showing up differently. You'll start making better choices. You'll start proving to yourself that what you're saying is true. Your words and your actions work together. If your words are powerful but your actions don't match, you won't see results. But when you combine the right words with the right actions, that's when transformation happens. The challenge is that most people don't even realize how much negative self-talk they engage in. They've been saying certain things for so long that it feels, they don't even think twice about saying, I'm so dumb, I'll never lose this weight, I'm not good at relationships. They laugh it off like it's just a joke, but the subconscious mind doesn't take jokes. It takes instructions. Every time you say something about yourself, your mind stores it as truth. This is why you have to be intentional about replacing negative words with words that empower you. If you catch yourself saying something negative, immediately correct it. Turn, I can't do this into, I am learning how to do this. Turn, I'm always broke into, I am improving my finances every day. It might feel unnatural at first, but over time it becomes your new normal. One of the most powerful things you can do is create a daily habit of speaking positive words over yourself. Start your day with affirmations. Look in the mirror and say, I am confident, I am successful, I am capable. Everything I need is already within me. Say it with conviction. At first it might feel silly, but after a while, you'll notice a shift in your energy. The more you say it, the more you believe it, and the more you believe it, the more you act on it. Some of the most successful people in the world start their day by speaking affirmations because they understand the power of setting the tone for their mindset. If you don't take control of your words, the world will do it for you. You'll start repeating the negativity you hear from other people. You'll start absorbing the doubt and fear that others project onto you. Your environment also plays a role in the words you speak. If you're constantly around people who complain and speak negativity, you'll find yourself doing the same. If you're around people who talk about success, growth, and opportunity, you'll start speaking those things too. Words are contagious. Be mindful of the conversations you engage in. If you spend time with people who always talk about struggle, failure, and limitations, it's only a matter of time before you start speaking the same language. Surround yourself with people who speak life, who talk about solutions instead of problems, who uplift instead of tear down. The more positive words you hear, the more they become part of your own vocabulary. Another important aspect of speaking things into existence is gratitude. Gratitude shifts your entire perspective. Instead of focusing on what's missing, you focus on what's already good in your life. When you speak gratitude daily, you attract more things to be grateful for. Instead of saying, I don't have enough money, say, I am grateful for the money I do have and I attract more every day. Instead of saying, I hate my job, say, I am grateful for the opportunities this job provides while I work towards something better. Gratitude rewires your brain to focus on abundance instead of lack. It trains you to see possibilities instead of obstacles. It creates a mindset that attracts success instead of pushing it away. Many people don't realize that their current reality is a direct result of the words they've been speaking for years. If you look around at your life and don't like what you see, start paying attention to what you've been saying. Your words have shaped your past, and they will shape your future. If you want a better future, start speaking like it's already here. Speak health, speak wealth, speak success, speak happiness. The more you do it, the more you will see it reflected in your life. Acting like it's already yours is about stepping into the mindset, behavior, and habits of the person you want to become before you actually reach your goal. Most people wait until they have the success, the money, the position, or the lifestyle before they start carrying themselves differently. But the truth is, you have to embody the success you want before it shows up. You have to walk, talk, think, and behave like the person who already has what you desire. When you do this, you align yourself with the opportunities, people, and circumstances that can bring that reality into existence. It's not about pretending or faking it. It's about developing the habits, confidence, and discipline that will naturally lead you to what you want. People who achieve great things don't just wake up one day successful. They start thinking and acting like successful people long before anyone else sees it. They carry themselves with a sense of confidence and purpose even when they don't have everything figured out yet. This is how manifestation works. You don't just wish for something and wait for it to come to you. You become the type of person who naturally attracts what you desire. If you want to be wealthy, you start managing your money wisely now, even if you don't have much. If you want to be fit and healthy, you start exercising and eating well today, not when you reach your goal weight. If you want to be a leader, you start leading in small ways wherever you are right now. Your energy and presence tell the world what you believe about yourself. If you walk around defeated, unsure, and insecure, people will treat you accordingly. If you carry yourself with confidence, certainty, and self-respect, people will respond to you differently. This is why successful people seem to attract more opportunities. It's not just luck, it's the way they present themselves. They speak with conviction. They dress like they value themselves. They move through life as if they belong in the rooms they step into. This is not arrogance. It's a deep belief in their own worth. If you don't believe you deserve success, it will be hard for you to receive it, even when it comes. Acting like it's already yours is about training your mind to accept the life you are working toward. Your habits are a reflection of who you believe you are. If you see yourself as someone who is disciplined, you will make disciplined choices. If you see yourself as someone who is always struggling, you will unconsciously act in ways that keep you in struggle. This is why identity is so powerful. When you act like the person you want to be, your brain starts to rewire itself to support that identity. If you want to be an entrepreneur, start thinking and operating like an entrepreneur now, even if you still have a 9-to-5 job. Wake up early. Work on your business ideas, educate yourself about the industry, and surround yourself with people who are already successful in that space. If you want to be a public speaker, start practicing your speaking skills now, even if your audience is just a few people. The more you step into that role, the more natural it becomes. Visualization is a key part of acting like it's already yours. Close your eyes and see yourself in the life you want. Imagine how you would feel, how you would dress, how you would talk, how you would carry yourself. Your brain doesn't know the difference between imagination and reality. It responds to the images and emotions you feed it. Athletes use this technique all the time. They mentally rehearse their performance before stepping on the field. They see themselves winning, making the right moves, and achieving their goal. This mental practice translates into real-world success because the brain starts to believe it's possible. You can do the same thing with any goal. Visualize yourself in that position and then start showing up as that person in your daily life. Your environment also plays a role in how you see yourself. If you surround yourself with people who are already where you want to be, you will naturally start to adopt their habits and mindset. If you spend time in places that reflect the lifestyle you are working toward, it will feel more familiar to you. This doesn't mean living beyond your means or pretending to be something you're not. It means exposing yourself to the energy, culture, and mindset of success so that it becomes part of your normal experience. If you want to be wealthy, start learning how wealthy people think and manage their money. If you want to be in great shape, spend time around people who prioritize health and fitness. Your surroundings influence your beliefs, and your beliefs influence your actions. Confidence comes from familiarity. The more you expose yourself to the version of life you want, the more comfortable you become with it. Many people never achieve success because they feel like they don't belong in successful spaces. They shrink themselves in certain environments because they don't see themselves as part of that world. Acting like it's already yours eliminates this problem. When you start carrying yourself like a successful person, you begin to feel like you belong in those spaces. When opportunities arise, you won't hesitate or doubt yourself because you've already been preparing for that moment. The person who has been acting like a CEO won't feel out of place when they get promoted. The person who has been training like an athlete won't feel like an imposter when they finally compete at a high level. Preparation eliminates doubt. How you dress, how you speak, and how you treat yourself all send signals to your mind and to others about who you believe you are. This doesn't mean you have to wear expensive clothes or put on a show. It means presenting yourself with the same level of respect and confidence that you would if you had already achieved your goal. If you see yourself as someone who is valuable, you will treat yourself accordingly. You won't settle for less than you deserve. You won't tolerate disrespect. You won't sabotage yourself with bad habits. You will move through life with a sense of purpose and self-worth. Acting like it's already yours also means making decisions from a place of faith instead of fear. Many people hesitate to take action because they don't feel ready. They wait for the perfect moment, the perfect circumstances, or the perfect opportunity before they move. But the truth is, you won't feel ready until you start acting ready. The person who wants to start a business but waits until they have everything figured out will never start. The person who wants to pursue a dream but waits for permission will never get it. You have to take the first step as if success is inevitable. When you act like it's already yours, you stop second-guessing yourself. You stop playing small. You stop waiting for validation. You move with the confidence that what you desire is already on its way to you. People can sense when you believe in yourself. They can tell if you're uncertain or if you're walking with conviction. This is why some people command respect without saying a word. Their energy speaks for them. They have already decided who they are, and the world responds to that decision. When you start acting like it's already yours, you carry that same energy. You stop hoping, wishing, and waiting. You start doing, becoming, and attracting. The shift happens first in your mind, then in your actions, and finally in your reality.